I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. It is not enough to protest. It is not enough to criticize government. We must prefer solutions to the crisis we have in our country. And that's why I want to be doing this series of videos. The protest of hunger stems from a hungry man is an angry man, the belly full and we hungry. But it provides a weapon for the oppressor. So if the oppressor gives you food and comfort, then he can enslave you. Like as I said concerning our northern brethren that were fed by their elite in those days. The leaders of these protests should think beyond food alone and start addressing the core issues. Don't just come and say restore subsidy. Try and reason. Number one, why are we not able to feed ourselves? 1A, insecurity in the food producing belt of Nigeria. From Benue up, even the western part of Nigeria, southeastern part, south, insecurity everywhere. And the insincerity of our leadership and the lack of will to tackle this insecurity. During Buhari's era, there was talk of Tucano, is it Tucana or Tucano aircraft? Tucano aircraft. We spent millions of naira. I don't know if they've delivered those aircrafts. I don't know if they are using them, but insecurity has not changed. Somebody must have made a windfall of criminal, dirty, sinful money from those aircrafts. I don't know what has happened to them. Number two, the energy that the government has used to mobilize forces against this protest. Let's segment the country. Segment the north in particular. Northeast, north central, northwest. Let's not distribute our battle forces and our resources over that large expanse of land. Let's face Sambisa Forest and anywhere Boko Haram are hiding in that northeast. Let's mobilize a large army. I tell you, I know the Nigerian army. I know our people. Within a space of 3 months, with a willing and determined leadership, they will wipe out every person that is a nuisance in that part of the country. Move to the north central. Move to the northeast. In 9 months, peace will return to the northern part of Nigeria. Deal with their collaborators, handle their sponsors very firmly. Look at the kidnapper that made Wadume. Policemen were killed. He was released recently and he was welcomed as a hero. Sometimes we even heal our enemies and treat our enemies with kid gloves. You put Kano Wankwo in prison, Nnamdi Kano in prison, but you released Meiti Alaman, who these cattle rustlers and cattle bandits are under his direct control. You released him. So our leaders are not sincere. Once we have sincerity of purpose and the will and determination, in 9 months, the insecurity in the Northeast will become a thing of the past. And then farmers can grow their crops, and then there will be a bountiful harvest. It's not necessarily the herdsmen alone. After all, there have been herdsmen over the years. And food has been coming to other parts of Nigeria. It's just this banditry. And we must deal with it decisively. That is my first suggestion. The next suggestion is that why are we importing premium motor spirits, diesel, and the other stuff? The money I don't know what's wrong with our brains. The money the NNPC said it invested in Dangote refinery. Why don't you take one refinery and make it functional? You are doing Port Harcourt, you are doing Warri, none of them is commissioned, none of them is. All the money you have been paying for subsidy, why don't you give yourself 6 months and make one refinery functional right from the time of Buhari, who was Minister for Petroleum and whatever, years back? If we take our refineries as priorities, instead of going to build blending plant in Malta and then paying subsidy through the back door, the money that we are using to buy palliatives, 20 trailers of grains to one state. Do you people think how many people are in one state? Let's take Delta State. Maybe we have 4 million people. 20 trailers. How many bags of rice? Divide it by 4 million. You won't have up to half a bag. Then how many days will it last? Then the simple question I want to ask, who produced those the bags of rice? Where did you buy them from? That's another question. So when we sort our domestic production of petrol, diesel, kerosene, aviation fuel in this country, by making our refineries functional, our dollar will appreciate because we won't be importing. The price of transportation will come down. Cost of hotels, accommodation will come down. The people will make more profit. The cost of generating electricity will come down. The economy will pick up. All these imported petroleum products. In those days, when I drive from Aba to Ogili, my exhaust will be white. These ones, they are selling rubbish to us. Point number whatever. Dangote refinery, no matter your anger against him, let it become functional. Give him crude let him pay with Naira. Other refineries that are coming up, help them to stand. Give them crude. Give them tax rebates, if possible. That is optional. The price of fuel, any type of fuel, will come down. The next thing is the energy sector. A lot of countries are building solar panels all over the world. We have the northern part of Nigeria where we can put wind turbines, we can build solar panels, and we generate more electricity. There are a lot of gas pipelines crisscrossing Nigeria. Thank God for the new energy bill that individuals can establish independent power stations. We can encourage people, partner with a company like Kiloska, establish gas turbines in Bayelsa in those days, and even in parts of Delta State. There were communities that were powered by thermal energy. Thermal energy. And if we have so much energy into the system, the price of energy will come down, electricity will be regular, people will be happier. These are just the simple things we can tackle, and the president could have tackled within the first 1 year in office, instead of distributing palliatives and embarking on frivolous projects. We can't keep taking excuses. We took excuses from Buhari for 8 years, and he messed up the economy, and Tinubu has inherited it, and you're saying we should give excuses. No! These are not difficult things to do if we are serious about developing this country. I will come back with another video on managing the low-hanging fruits in the economy. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you.